There's no second contestant with Rivka playing harmonica.
Probably everything you got.
Probably does.
I got a penny.
I knew it.
Here you go.
Alright, want to sit here? Alright, Mordecai, we're waiting.
So, for just a minute, everyone look away.
Okay, close our eyes. You tell us when to open our eyes.
Now you can. So I don't have the penny. So first, I will push this coin to my hand.
Which bag? Shh.
Seems like it might be stuck. Push it a little harder. Voila!
Is it in here?
How about one dressing?
Yes, it's in here.
Take it up.
Oh.
Here. You have it memorized. I'm going to put it in the middle of the bag.
You're my sister.
Yeah.
What's this card?
Yay!
Okay, on my license script, I say I need an assistant. Can you tell me? Okay.
I didn't think it was your turn.
Hey, why are you using that?
What's that? I can use it. I think I'll sit here so I can see the bad picture. What is that? Origami?
I will fold this, refold this corner.
Well, I guess you better put that on Rivka's Christmas list.
Time for Rivka, it's a talent show.
Music to fold paper on. What's that called when there's music?
In your room, are you?
Okay, I can't find out how to do this.
Like when you're like resetting your stage for the musical and you just like
Yay!
Who is doing that?
Okay. Take a card. Give me a card. Now memorize it. Now can I have it? Okay. Sorry it's taking me so long. These cards are kind of hard to do. So. Yeah. One more time. Okay. Is this your card?
Yes.
Ta-da! Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Our talent is going to be eating bananas.
Whoa!
Yes, we're very powerful.
Nobody could ever do that. Whoa, you're gonna make a new record.
You guys hungry?
No, you're probably stuffed. But I want to eat this chocolate baby.
Bruce is included.
Yeah.
We're
No
gonna race
taking
each other.
bruises out.
Alright, somebody count us off.
3.
Mark? It's a banana. eating
Go.
They're already gone.
Faster.
Chug, chug,
I-
chug, chug.
Judah, I think you're falling behind, buddy. Just telling you right now. Colors coming.
You need to be an eager beaver.
Eat a beaver, eat a bow.
Yay.
Judah's still
No
good.
wonder it took
Small bites, man. Small bites.
Those go in the compost bin, by the way. Thanks,
That's funny.
Save your planet.
I remember that toy from many years ago.
Where's my applause at?
Carmen!
You haven't finished yet.
You gotta cheer me on.
No!
Cheer me on.
Eat that banana. Eat that banana. I don't know.
Chug means Chug means
Okay, still.
Let's go going your way.
Stop it!
You will win the contest for the longest eating banana contest.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sample selection.
In under 3.
What key should I use? Anyone? Okay.
Three
Are you supposed to guess?
blind
The Addams Family.
Become yourself.
she bumps that music.
Teach your children well, their father's love, and slowly go high, and lead them on your dreams, the ones that make, the ones you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and smile, and know they love you, and you attend their years. Can't know the fears your elders grew by. So please help them with your youth and seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents love, their children's hell will slowly go by. And feed them on your dreams, the ones that give, the ones you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
Good evening. I'm going to read a poem. Messy Room. Whosever room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging on the lamp. His raincoat is over there on the stuffed chair. And the chair's become quite mucky and damp. His workbook is wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV. And his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed. And his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whoever's room this is should be ashamed. Donald, Robert, Willie, Sarah, or, you say it's mine? Oh dear, I knew it looked familiar.
So my house is very full and noisy all the time, and my life is very chaotic all the time. And it's fun and enjoyable, but I also like it when sometimes, very, very rarely, all my kids go outside to play in the neighbor's house. Or not in their house, but in their yard, and my husband is maybe asleep in the other room. I'm just sitting on the porch by myself, and I just listen, and there's nothing. So one of the days that I was sitting listening to nothing on the porch, I wrote this little poem. This moment is silent, empty, but not void. The fullness of space stretches out, fills the atmosphere. To every corner, every crevice, full of beautiful, magical, rich, soundless, luxurious, resonant, quiet. As boisterous children talk and bicker and laugh and argue and play, all just beyond the range of hearing. A mother's pores soak in the quiet. Her skin absorbs the peace. Her mind dances in the bliss of silence. So temporary, so fleeting, now it's gone.
Come close. Yep, walk
Hold
it
on
close.
tight.
There you go. Now, hold
You got me? Alright.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Is he drinking it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Take a picture.
I'm taking a video.
Clothes and jewels with shades of bling cause the young girl to smile and sing. Gemstones and gold, rhinestones of old. Although trivial, it was her thing. She wore multicolored dragon tears and twinkling gems within her ears. Pearls and jade together made a lasting impression with her peers. There was a young lady named Polly. She wore red jewels that looked like holly. She painted her eyes and never told lies, which made those around her feel jolly. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend, but rhinestone and sparkles are becoming a trend. Glitter and bling, it is a thing that delights one who wears the ring. They saw malachite of brilliant green surrounding the throne of the lovely queen. Silver charms were on her arms. The throne room sparkled with a dazzling sheen. Who knew that tiny insects embedded in amber could glow like topaz and be worn with fur? Set in gold, costly when sold, can be worn with frankincense and myrrh. Colored jewels were around her neck, trinkets and baubles, what the heck? Glitzy rocks kept in a box, hoping for gold dust larger than flecks.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
This is une culinary demonstration by Chef Rufus from Gay Paris. This is une simple culinary demonstration, so simple. Even les enfants can do this. It has only 3 ingredients. 1, 2, 3. N'est-ce pas? Okay. First, we have un pumpkin. Not spicy pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix, plain old pumpkin. Okay? D'accord. Next, we have un pudding, instant pudding, sugar-free if you want to be skinny. Any kind of pudding, vanilla, cheesecake, or even French vanilla will do. Just put it in. No milk required. Just put it in. Next, we have un whipped topping,
Yum yum.
otherwise known as Cool Whip. Except if you are cheap, you buy the off-brand. So we put in the whip. And what we are making
Pumpkin pie.
is pumpkin whip. We whip, and we whip, and we whip. vitamin C and vitamin E. Oh, very, very healthy. And it has roughage as well.
What is that?
Roughage, it helps you poop.
Yay!
Then, this is complete. And I invite all of you after the show to take a spoon and have a taste.
Not talent. This is show and tell, and updating you on a project I'm working on.
There was a lot of
This is, some of you know, this is my quilt that my mother started quite a few years ago, and she no longer could finish it. And when the house was sold, and I found out this quilt was being made for Rebecca. And I took it and thought I'd never start working on it ever, but when I was laid off my job, I had time in the winter. And so I've been working on it. And this is a labor of love. And if something happens to me, I don't finish it, one of you all.
Yay, beautiful.
And the design is called,
The design is called
let's see, Dresden Plate. Thank you.
No, oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
It's time for dad jokes! Woohoo! Are you guys excited? Now, some of you may have heard these jokes, okay? So just try, if you're an adult and you've heard these jokes, just try to hold your peace so the other people can enjoy the jokes. But if you're under 15 and you know the answer, feel free to chime in if you know the answer. Matter of fact, some of these jokes I'm going to ask you for the answer that you already know. Okay, so what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
There's a Z.
Well, a hippo is really heavy, but a zippo is a little lighter.
That's so funny.
Well, you know something? You should never, when you get in college and you're doing calculus, you should never drink beer while you're doing calculus. You know why? Because it's not good to drink and derive. Hey, you know, I got a friend. He fixes iPhones and he fixes shoes too.
What's an iPhone?
You know what they call him? Apple Cobbler.
What's so funny?
Okay, now I got a few kid level jokes, and you guys already know the answers for it. So when I say the joke, I'll let you pull out the answer for me. Where's the cow's favorite place to go on a date? Yeah, the movie. Okay.
What about the museum?
Now I wonder if any of you kids remember this.
How's that really?
How much do pirates pay for their earrings?
The balloon.
Nothing.
No, they pay $1 a year. Do trains have teeth?
No. Yeah, because they can go choo 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 choo.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Choo choo.
Why did the picture go to jail?
Because it was framed.
Oh boy, you're good. You guys are good, man. What do you call a pig that knows karate?
A pork chop. Pork chop.
Pork chop, you got it. You guys are really good. Okay. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water?
Why did the what get that?
Why did the you know what a Clydesdale is? It's a big horse. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water?
It's too young to
No, because he was a little horse.
Cherokee, the big horse.
Okay, so there were some tomatoes in a race. What did the tomato that was ahead say to the one that was behind him?
Ketchup.
You better
Hey,
catch
good
up.
job.
What was the answer?
Ketchup.
Okay.
Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of hands?
He had a hole in one.
In case he got a hole in one, yeah. Okay, have you heard about the corduroy pillow? Really, you haven't? Well, it's making headlines.
Oh.
The corduroy pillow is making headlines.
It's really grown worthy.
What about
Okay. The kids should know this one.
It's bad.
Why are there fences and gates around cemeteries?
Hey, Rivka.
Because people are just dying to get in.
Rivka.
But why should we hold them out?
Okay, you guys about had enough?
No more!
Oh, you want more?
More.
Okay, here's one. Why does a chicken coop have only 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors, it would be called a chicken sedan.
Yeah.
Kids probably don't get that one. Why are frogs so happy? Because they eat whatever bugs them. How do rabbits travel? No, they travel by hairplanes. I said this was dad jokes. Okay, we're getting close to the end. What did the policeman say to his belly button?
Nothing because the belly button is and it wasn't chocolate.
No, he said, "You're under a vest. You're under a vest."
I think the belly button already knows that. Stop
What's the difference between the bird flu and the swine flu?
9:45.
One requires treatment and the other requires an ointment.
I've heard that one. That's pretty good.
Okay, I think I'll wrap this up.
No.
But you want some more? You want some more jokes? Okay. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? No, it's because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. Why should you not write with a broken pencil? Pointless. Oh boy. What do you call an alligator detective?
You're really sleepy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. An investigator. Okay, I think I will wrap it up. But at the very end.
More.
More? You want more?
Ladies are trying to go to sleep.
5-minute limit.
Okay, just a couple more.
Yeah.
Okay. What did one snowman say to the other?
Snowman is an island.
That's a pretty good answer. But no, what he said was, "Do you smell carrots?" Why did the robber take a bath before stealing from the bank?
Clean getaway.
Yeah, he wanted to make a clean getaway. What did one eye say to the other eye? He said, "Don't look now, but something between us smells." Okay, and to finish it all, do you guys like free stuff?
Yeah.
You like free stuff? Well, looky here. I have free chicken strips. Would you like one? I have free chicken strips.
What do they do?
Oh, man.
Free chicken strips.
What do they do? What do they do?
presentation, Dad's bad jokes. Dad's bad jokes.
Yeah, you can have a free chicken strip.
I keep that
No one else.
You're close to the ceiling. How do you know if an elephant's been in your refrigerator?
Put tracks in the butter.
That's right.
What? What more?
If an elephant why did the elephant wear red tennis shoes?
So I can hide in a bag of M&Ms.
Hide in a strawberry patch.
Oh.
You ever seen an elephant in a strawberry patch?
No, they hide pretty good, don't they?
Yes, they do. Well, I went to a presentation one time and there was, it was like Chuck Yeager. Anybody ever heard of Chuck Yeager?
Yeah.
You know, he was the first one to fly, I think, the X-1 Bell to supersonic speeds. He was a fighter pilot in World War II. He wanted to be the first astronaut, but I think it was John Glenn who was chosen to go. And then after that, somebody asked him what he thought about it. And he goes, I really wouldn't have wanted to take John Glenn's place because you'd have to wipe the monkey poop off the seat. Because, you know, they sent monkeys up before they sent human beings. And the monkeys didn't do anything, and neither did John Glenn. That was his point. A monkey could do that. But here's what I was going to share. You know my favorite song, Ringo?
Yeah.
You lay face down in the desert sand, but I've got another one. I like this one a lot. It's really a poem. Have you ever thought about all the songs that are sang today? They're really poems. In the old days, before mass production and everything, somebody put it in a book and you'd read it, maybe. Well, this is one of my favorite ones now. Big Iron by Marty Robbins. Anybody ever hear
Oh, yeah.
that one? I like that song a lot. To the town of Aqua Fria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came a whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with that big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24. And the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more. 1 and 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He was there to take an outlaw, back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter that he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before this story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry. Men had tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him. 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Now the morning passed so quickly and it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they rode out in the street. Folks were watching for